Okay friends, it's time to start removing our front bumper cover. To do that, there's going to be a lot of mounting hardware. Up along the top, you're going to have several push clips. Of course, you are going to have to get underneath the front of the vehicle. Under there, you're going to find some other mounting hardware, and there will be other mounting hardware inside of each of the front wheel wells. With all that said, let's get started. Before we go ahead and take the bumper cover off, let's move along to removing the license plate bracket. For this, you're going to remove two 10mm headed bolts. We're going to start removing two 7mm headed screws and then one push clip from each side of the bumper cover. So whatever you do on one side, we're going to do the same on the other. Now at this point, if you were to look along the center, there are other screws. You don't necessarily need to remove those at this point. Now that we have that out of the way, let's continue up here to these two push clips. There we are. Now let's move along into the wheel well. We're going to be looking for our three 7mm headed mounting bolts. Remove all three. Now let's carefully pull the bumper away a little bit, and then we should be able to access this area in here. You're going to find a 10mm headed bolt that holds the bumper cover to the fender. Now I can grab onto the bumper cover. I'm going to give it a little tug. There we are. And now let's do the same on the other side of the vehicle. Now we can make our way back under the hood. We're going to continue on to removing several push clips. To remove your push clips, you're going to use a trim tool. We want to carefully get underneath the center of this and lift it away from the outer aspect. Once you have it unlocked, it should want to pop right out of there. We'll give them a quick inspection. Assuming they're reusable, go ahead and set them aside. Once you have those out of there, let's continue on by carefully lifting this up, and we'll start pulling it away from the vehicle. There it is, friends. Now let's get our bumper cover on here. We'll carefully slide this in, being very careful not to damage our paint or even the headlamp assemblies. Now from up top, we can continue on with our push pins. Slide in the outer portion, and then lock it in with the inner portion. Continue on down the line. Now let's move along to each side. We're going to line up the bumper cover with the proper area of the fender. Once it feels as though it's lined up, go ahead and carefully press it in. Do the same on the other side real quick. Now let's move inside each of the fender wells. We'll put in our corner mounting bolts. Now we can put in the rest of our mounting screws inside each fender. Now let's do the same in the other wheel well. Once your bumper cover is secured, continue on by putting on your license plate bracket. I'll tighten this up with my 10mm socket. All right, so now that we have that fully installed, the last thing you want to do is go ahead and put your license plate on here. Okay friends, we got our bumper cover installed. What's left to do now? Now, of course, you're going to want to take it for a road test and give it a listen. You want to make sure you don't hear any funny noises. Aside from that, thanks for watching.